Hello architects, and welcome back to another RPG Architect update video. My name is Bert, and today we're going to be going over some of the major updates that were added to the engine in February of 2025. So we're going to jump into a just blank entity. There's a few things here with script commands and whatnot, but one of the first things I want to show you is there's now a script command called launch URL, and what this does is exactly as the name implies, it will launch a URL from your game. So if you have on your main menu, for instance, if you want to direct people to your own personal Discord server or to your Twitter or X account or whatever it may be, your website, you can use the launch URL command and just create a button that sends the player directly there. You can also use this more effectively, I would say, as a way to rickroll people. Just put in a URL for the video and just rickroll your players. That's a great use case for it. Additionally, for script commands, there's also been some options added for your conditions on your conditional branches. You now can use global reference switches or variables, as well as local reference switches and variables. I'm not sure of a use case for these just yet. I know there's a reason for it, but I don't know what it is. I should have asked Locke before I filmed this, and I didn't. So just know that there's some new options there for you to mess with, and I'm sure there is a great use case for them that I'm unaware of. So there you go. Speaking of conditionals, there's a new option called switch conditional. So this will be great for if you were doing like nested conditional branches. So for instance, you had this one going, and then you have another conditional within it. You have that nested one in there, but then you have another conditional on this one on the else, and then it just starts to kind of spiral out a little bit. Can get real confusing and messy. You now can use the switch conditional to just add multiple conditionals, whatever you want to say, on one script command. It'll help it look a lot cleaner, and you can label each section like first quest, initiate, first quest failed or something. I don't know, but you can label each section, and it should just be a lot cleaner than doing the nested conditionals like we had to do before. So that's pretty cool. And then also, while we're here, there's a new option under sound effects. So audio play sound effect. When you set up your sound, there's a new ticker here, tick box. Prevent simultaneous plays. So this will be good for if you had a fire spell and you cast it on all enemies, it would trigger the fire sound effect like 4 times or whatever, and kind of like in succession. So it wouldn't be bam, 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 bam. It would be, they would all kind of play simultaneously, and it would sound weird. So you can now check this. I don't think you would need to do it on just a random entity on the map necessarily, maybe, but prevent simultaneous play. That is a cool little option added there. And now you may also notice up in the top right here, we've had this persist local data checkbox before, but we now have the persist all data checkbox. And so whereas this just maintained your local variables and switches, this will maintain all data. So your switches, your variables, your entity's position, everything. So that way the engine will know where everything is when you respawn it, essentially. And then last couple things I want to touch on is in the database. One thing I can't really show, but Locke has done some work to the database to make it run a little bit more efficiently, take up less RAM, so it's just performance enhancement. I can't show you that one necessarily, but it's there. It's done, so that's kind of cool. I can show you though that under statistics, there's a new category for statistic called calculated. So now this will be good for us doing stuff like durability, for example. So if you have an item where the durability is based on your, let's just say, strength and vitality or something, then you can use calculated stats for stuff like that. So I'll probably have to do a tutorial on this at some point after I figure out how to do it exactly, but that's something that was requested and has been added in, so that is very cool. And last but not least, we have some additional modifiers under action sequence. So when you're setting up your action sequence, we now have things such as conditional, we have results, we have switches, variables, and virtual key. So now again, I haven't gone into all of these yet. What I understand though, if I'm not mistaken, hopefully I'm not mistaken, but the virtual key modifier, I believe this will be useful for doing like timed commands a la Super Mario RPG, like timing your hits, or Legend of Dragoon, timing your hits when you attack the enemy. I think that's what that's for, honestly. I believe so. So that's pretty cool. That's a big addition that people have been asking for a long while, and I think it's finally here. And again, I'll have to do a tutorial on all these additions. That's all beyond the scope of this video. This is just an update to let you guys know what has been added. And of course, as always, you can come to the Steam page and check out all the updates and bug fixes logged in here. And you can comment and discuss and rate them and share all the good feelings there. Cool. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this got you excited for all the things you can do in RPGA. If you've not grabbed your copy of RPG Architect yet, it is still in early access on Steam. Be sure to pick up a copy. There's been a lot of improvements over the years, and Locke has really, feels like he's been really stepping it up recently, and he was already crushing it before, so that's pretty cool to see. A lot of really cool features have been added, and a lot of really great ones to come. So grab your copy if you do not have it already. Join the Discord server and hang out and talk with us and let us know all the cool things you're going to do with the engine. And yeah, and if you've enjoyed my tutorials, if you enjoyed these update videos, if you'd like to just support me personally further, then be sure to become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/bitbybitsound. It would be much appreciated. Thank you guys again so much for watching. You have been amazing. I have been Bert, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.